I would like to introduce you to that coach and the head coach of the Owasso Rams, Coach Bill Blankenship.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Duff. Man, we're gonna get sentimental and do all that stuff. Let me just tell you, I know enough garbage on him that we can. Anytime, Coach O, you want to, we'll have what they used to say back in the old days, détente, because we could mutually destroy one another. I'm pretty sure if we did. But in all seriousness, when you look at this event today, it's based on relationships. I mean, that's really why we're standing here. Let me say thank you to the school board, Board of Education, you guys. Thank you so much for making this happen for me, for my sweet wife, Angie. Wave to everybody, Angie. We learned a long time ago that coaching comes with a lot of great things and a lot of hard things. It's just the way it is. But relationships are really special. Dr. O and Duff, you guys, again, incredible. I think you guys can figure this out when you start doing the math, but Dr. Ogilvie was at Union the entire time I was there before he came here, and he's been here a pretty good while. He reminded me today that he did my first teacher evaluation at Union in my biology classroom. And that kind of began, and I guess I either passed or flunked. I'm not real sure, but we definitely kept moving on. I also think it's important to tell you that I came from a great place. Fayatteville High School took a opportunity for me, gave me an opportunity. Dr. Matthew Went, the superintendent, the athletic director, Steve Jansky, their school board, Dr. Chad Scott, the principal. I mean, I've got relationships there, and that's a big deal. And it's a great place. The difference is those relationships I've had for 6 months or a year. These are relationships I've had for decades. Zach Duffield knows, and we've talked about this, never in a fishing kind of deal, because I want you to understand something. I love Coach Bill Patterson. I think he's done a fabulous job at Owasso, and what we see here is so much to do with his legacy and what he's done. I'm thankful to him for two reasons. One, for how great he's done, and for two, for getting out of the way so I can come. Because I didn't think he'd ever leave, honestly. And I don't say that it's all positive. I told Zach, I've told any of my friends that ever asked me if there were jobs in this area, high school jobs, would you take them? I said, no. There's only one that I even consider, and it's this one. And I think for a long time, I can go back to 25 years ago when I was coaching around in the area, just learning what this place was about. This has always been a great community. It's always had that. It's I believe, the right place at the right time. And we are really, really excited to get to be a part of it, to continue these relationships, and without a doubt, we feel like we've come home. So with that, thank you. Open to questions, and I'm sure I left a whole bunch of stuff out, so give it to me. Yes, sir.
Coach, you've mentioned the relationships that you've built out at Fayetteville and, of course, here in Owasso. Other than that, what were the deciding factors of staying at Fayetteville or coming back?
Do you have grandkids?
Not yet.
Any grandparents in here? Yeah, those people don't have to ask me some of the deciding factors. I'm going to be very transparent with you. I did everything I could to hire my sons to come to Fayetteville and to bring my grandkids with them. And when it became clear that they weren't coming, it wasn't as much fun as the way it had been. Angie was driving back and forth, and she got to see our grandkids regularly. She came back, and we kept our home here, and she could keep our grandkids on Mondays, and she would come back to Fayetteville worn out from having our grandkids, but she got the thrill of getting to be with them, and I wasn't getting that. Over Christmas, we got to have all of our grandkids, and I actually like my kids, but I like my grandkids a whole lot more. But we got to be with our family over Christmas, and I'm just volunteering this. None of this really started until in seriousness, the 28th after Christmas. And I came as honestly a courtesy to this man over here, because we have relationship. And so he kept hammering me. I'd already told him no. I mean, and that was just the way it was. And then I said, I will come visit with you over the break while we're in. And so we did on the 28th, I believe, or the 29th, and basically all this happened in about 4 or 5 days, very quickly. But I don't have anything to say negative about, whirlwind romance. I fell in love early on. That ought to get me some brownie points there. But same thing here too. So.
Have you heard from any coaches around the state? Congratulations, text messages, anything?
Yes, it's a great thing. I have Angie will not let me text and drive, which we shouldn't, and so for 2 hours today she answered my text messages as we were driving, and I had stayed up to about 80 of them last night and got it down to 0 before we left, and we were back up to 40 something. Lots of people to celebrate with us, lots of people that want to come to Owasso. I mean, this is a great place. So that's I think a really good thing. But again, we have a lot of relationships.
Is this an immediate start here for you, Bill, or what's your start?
Well, it all has happened very quickly. But I found out that my last day at Fayetteville was today, so I'm hoping we're starting really quick here. And we have talked about it, and technically I'm starting Monday, or here in about 30 minutes, one or the other.
Have you had a chance to address the team yet?
I was very graciously allowed by the board to get to just say hello to the team and to our coaches, and so I've done that. And we haven't had much time together, but at least an introduction. And so I told them I will not be in a coat and tie next time they see me.
I would presume that the fans here are going to be anxious for you to win 10 or 11 games.
I would think so, yeah.
So what's your message in regard to what is reasonable right out of the gate?
Well, there's one thing that we emphasized every week that I was at the University of Memphis from a very wise coach there, Coach Fuente, and I carried that over to Fayetteville High School this year, and you focus on going 1-0 this week. If you focus on going 1-0, you get enough 1-0s, you stack them up and count them at the end, but you focus on being 1-0 this week. And we're going to hear that about 1,000 times for our players. But, what does that mean? I mean, I don't know how many there'll be, but if we go 1-0 the next game that we have, we got a shot. I've avoided that pretty well.
Coach, not to get into too many of the X's and O's,
Mm-hmm.
but you will open the season at Jeeks against Allen Trimble, and sometime in late February you'll be at Union. For us media members,
I've been to both of those places before,
right.
yes.
That's kind of a special thing for us to get to see those head-to-head matchups. Have you given any thought to those at all?
Probably if I'd thought too much about it, I wouldn't be here. In one vein, but by the same token, that's exactly why we're here. I think it's important to chase something. I really do. I think it's important to have something you're trying to do that hadn't been done. And that's why we're here.
Were you a little overwhelmed by this audience and the response?
Yeah, you don't get used to it. You really don't. I mean, the players actually clapped for me when they introduced me downstairs. And I told them I thought that'd be the last time that would happen for a while. And then I had to tell them to clap when I was done. And so it was exactly right. You know, we're blessed to get to do this profession, coaches. We shouldn't take it for granted. This is, you know, a new crop of young men that are going to do something. And I don't take that lightly. I had a agent and I laugh about it. I can't remember who it was that told her they're sending the best. The parents are sending us the best they got, and they expect us to take care of them. You know, and I don't take that lightly. You know, that it really is, you know, somebody's, you know, apple of their eye. I may want to kick their behind around a little bit, you know, for not doing it right, but you know, this is what's fun. I mean, it really is fun to take guys, and people ask me all the time, college, high school, that part of it doesn't change. The working with the players and the working with the football, that part doesn't change. This stuff changes at different levels, but not the football side of it. And that's why we've had a great time the last year being back in high school, and look forward to continuing it.
Alan Trimble, when he was hired at Jenks, he changed that town. He didn't just change football. And Union is what it is, but it's not a community of sorts.
Right.
This is a separate community.
Right.
Are you excited about the opportunity or the possibility of kind of helping transform this town?
Yes and no. That's not going to happen because I'm here. That's going to happen because we catch the synergy of what we can do together. I'm here because it's already starting, and I'm trying to catch the wave because it's the right. This place. I mean, look at this. I mean, go travel around and look at facilities. Look at what's going on in communities and what they've done for their schools. Look at the track record of bond issues here. Look at the support. I mean, I can just give you one thing after another, and it's not just about athletics. I mean, you want to know how to do band? Come to Owasso. You want to know how to do baseball? Come to Owasso. You want to know how to do, you know, just line up what it is? Come here. Well, why not football too?
Coach, you mentioned you've heard from a few people who may want to end up in Owasso.
Mhm.
Have you jotted down a short list of potential assistant coaches you might want to hire?
No. It's a really long list. And I'm serious. I mean, it really is a really long list. Because, again, when you've had opportunities to coach as long as I have, there's a lot of guys that would like to be a part of what we're doing. And I met our coaching staff for the very first time today. And I know from Coach Patterson, we have some great coaches here. And so there's going to take some time to get to know them, to figure out what they're doing. As I told them, we're not trying to hurry up and do something different. We want to do it right. And so first thing we're going to do is spend time together as a coaching staff and let me spend some time with them, figure out what each of them bring to the table, and let's figure out how we can make it better. And, you know, is there going to be change? Absolutely there's going to be change. You cannot take Coach Patterson out of the picture and put me in, and I can't be Bill Patterson. I can try, but I can't be that guy. And so it's going to be different. And so my fingerprints are going to be on it. We're going to do, doesn't mean it's better or worse. It's just different. And I have to be who I am, and that's what they've hired me to be, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do, you know, things the way I know how. We're going to try to create culture of winning every day. It's not just about winning on Fridays. If we can win every day in little ways, those things stack up to win on Fridays. You win enough every day, you win on Fridays. You win enough Fridays, people call you champion.
When you left here on the 29th, did you know you were going to take the job?
No. No, I knew I was willing to go meet another guy I already knew. And I met with Dr. Ogilvy on the 2nd, I believe. And we did it early because we had a ball game to watch. And it went pretty dang good. So, and I had to go back, and school started in Fayetteville on the 4th, and so I had every ambition of having all the meetings I needed to have with as fast as I could, but my administrators were out of pocket, and we didn't get things done as smoothly as I hoped it would be because I owed that to them. But once things start happening, it happens, and so 3 days later, I'm standing right here. So, and I'm thrilled to be here. Anything else? I do thank all of you for being a part of this and coming and giving us a great welcome. You're going to see us a lot, and we look forward to it. Coach Duff,